Hi, I'm Kelly Shannon, and I'm putting together this video so that I can tell you a little bit about what I've been going through for the past 2 years. It has been almost 2 years to the day. As of tomorrow's January 27th, it will have been 2 years since I was diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer. Very rare form of lung cancer. I've never smoked, and I've never been exposed to secondhand smoke. So it was quite a shock to myself and my doctors, as you can imagine, given that I was 35 when I was diagnosed, had 2 small children. My boys were only 1, almost 2, and Cooper was 3 at the time. So, you know, it was not what was expected in the least. I'd been misdiagnosed with pneumonia for at least 6 months, and probably been coughing for, at least a year, if not longer. Before that, I just had, the only symptom I had was just an annoying cough and something that I overlooked. I just said, it's nothing, it'll go away. And then when I was diagnosed with pneumonia, the doctors kept giving me medications and steroids and antibiotics, and obviously nothing worked to get rid of the cough. So the doctor did a bronchoscopy and took a sample of the tissue in the lung and found out that it was actually cancer. The good thing about the type of cancer I have is that it's very slow growing. So if you can look on the bright side, I do have time on my side. Since I have been diagnosed, it's been 2 years. It's been a rough road of numerous types of chemo and other types of treatment. But since I was diagnosed, the cancer is, I don't know exactly how much it's grown since, but it went from being stable to shrinking a little bit, and then it has grown in the past few months, but it's not that much larger than it was when I was initially diagnosed. Really, the hard part in all of this has been obviously going through everything in the past 2 years with 2 little children. That's been really the hardest part. Our lives have been turned upside down and inside out, and we've had so many changes. But you just have to keep going through, taking it day by day. I've tried numerous types of chemo. I just finished a clinical trial here in New York City. That's where I am right now. This is my hotel room. So I am here for treatment. I initially came here to try an immunotherapy clinical trial, which was a nice break from chemotherapy. But unfortunately that wasn't working, and the cancer grew in the time that I was on that immunotherapy. But right now I'm still continuing to come to New York City, and they've got me started on a new clinical trial with the chemotherapy that has been approved for other types of cancer, but is now being tested in lung cancer. So, it's a great place. I'm coming to Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Hospital. I feel like I'm in great hands. But the difficult part is the traveling. With this new clinical trial that I'm on, I need to receive chemo every Friday and Monday. So that's been quite a challenge, as you can imagine, being a single mom and having a 3-year-old and a 5-year-old. That's been the hardest part, is having to be away from them, as well as, obviously the financial costs of everything. And just take a little break. Okay, and just had to take a little break, and it was good that I took a moment to get myself together, because the boys called actually while I had stopped this, so I got a chance to say hi to them, and they're having a rough time, especially Cooper, my 5-year-old, right now is having a hard time with me being gone, and especially that it's been every week and that I've been gone on the weekends. That's been especially hard for him. Of course for Carson too, but he's the type of kid that just kind of goes with the flow and is more easygoing, and I think developmentally where they're at too, Cooper is definitely being more affected by it. So the reason that my friend Liz is so graciously putting on this fundraiser is to help me to fund care for them. I was just trying to brainstorm and figure out how can I make their lives more consistent. With me being gone, my parents help out a great deal. They've been amazing. I don't know what I would do without their support, as well as other family members, the other grandparents that they, on the other side that they have, as well as their dad does have them part-time on the weekends. But they just need some consistency, and there are times that, there aren't options for their care, or I'm scrambling and trying to find someone to care for them when I'm gone. So my thought was to hire a nanny, someone who could be there, whether it's on Saturdays when I'm gone or even during the week, someone who can help me out if I am not feeling well because of the chemo, or if I get sick, someone who might be able to help out on a kind of not necessarily regular basis, but as needed basis, but also someone who can help on a regular basis on the weekends when I'm not home. Also, a nanny could do things like help me with light housekeeping, vacuuming, something that's difficult for me with the physical nature of it. It tires me out. So, and a nanny could help out in a variety of different ways. I'm very fortunate that many people have put on fundraisers for me, from, a general fundraiser that was put on when I was first diagnosed, and a couple of golf tournaments have been done, a garage sale and a euchre tournament. I have amazing friends and family that have, banded together, kind of different groups of people that have put on numerous fundraisers for me, and that has really helped me tremendously. I don't know what I would do really without the help of that. I'm a single mom, living on Social Security disability, and have that as my only source of consistent income. So I've been unable to work because of the chemotherapy and needing to reserve my energy for the boys when I do have them. So the fundraisers have really been a lifesaver. I don't know what I would have done without them. And unfortunately, that money just gets used up, and I have to use that for living and for traveling and for paying for daycare and things like that. And, I'm very fortunate that as far as traveling to New York City, there is an amazing foundation called the Lazarus Foundation, and it's based out of California, and it's for people exactly like me, stage 4 cancer patients who have exhausted all options in their own area as far as chemotherapy goes, and who need to travel for clinical trials. So that has been an amazing resource that has helped me to pay for my airfare and for hotel when I've had to stay in hotels. There's also the American Cancer Society, who has the Hope Lodge, that is a free place to stay here when there is availability. It does get used up because it's an amazing thing for cancer patients who are traveling here. So it's not always free, but it's an amazing resource. But aside from all of those amazing things that I've been able to utilize to help pay for my treatment, really what I struggle with is, taking care of the boys and having the money to pay for them, for bills, for child care. And and to give them that consistency that they need. Oh, sorry. So this really is amazing that Liz is doing this for me. And really any little bit is going to help tremendously. So I'm hoping that I can also get some video of the boys as well, because I would love for people to meet them and see what type, you know, how fun and lively and active that they are. They're 2 boys, 3 and 5, that are very busy and funny and fun and active. I guess that's a good word to use. Life can get pretty crazy, but I'm hoping that I can get some good video of them so that you can meet them as well. So thank you for listening, and thank you for visiting my site, and I appreciate anything, really anything that anybody can do to help. Thank you.